Okay, we're live. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's finale of Danganronpa Labs. Today, we're going to finally uncover the mystery of was it a mansion? Yes, of the mansion behind Danganronpa Labs. This finale is gonna have a lot of tears and drama and plot twists. Oh, by the way, my good old friend, they know the ending to Danganronpa Labs. They know the mastermind, and they told me it is not Say, which means we're cooked. So I have no idea who it possibly could be. But yeah. Okay, let me open up Danganronpa Labs. This is going to be a chaotic finale, and I'm scared. So, frankly, I have no idea what's going to happen. So let me open up Danganronpa Labs. And let me set it up. Okay. I have 100 volume right now. Everyone, let's get ready. Buckle up, because here we go. Let me shut my door, because I'm so scared right now. If you didn't catch the last live stream, Forte's dead? And that's it. She didn't turn. Cannon, I was cold to you last night. You don't have to apologize. I ought to be the one who's sorry. Cannon's voice was hushed. Huh? I'm sorry. What? I need to turn down this volume, bro. No! I need to turn down this volume. It's too loud. Alright, anyway. But you don't have anything to be sorry for. I'm the one who tore your well-intentioned photo in half. Cannon? What did she mean? I ought to be the one who's sorry. Yikes! The atmosphere was disquieting. No one said a word. We stoically reserved our inquiries for the upcoming trial. Cannon might be the murderer. I love Cannon, though. She deserves to live. So if she doesn't, I'll be a little disappointed. Chapter, is that 4? I'm so scared right now. What is going to happen? I'm going to have to scream a lot, aren't I? Whatever, man. Another visit to the trial grounds. This time, Forte's not on the floor. Every trace of the crime scene has been removed as if nothing happened. It's still too loud. What the hell? The hell's wrong with my hearing, bro? Where's, Gaia? Is that how you say her name? Gaia? However, I still saw the faint phantom image of blood painting the floor, burn the back of my eyes. The 5 of us stepped in warily, footsteps echoing in the chamber as we habitually navigated to our respective stands in silence. Another trial. Hey, Strobs! Good afternoon. It's 2:31 p.m. right now at the time of recording. Today's the ultimate showdown of the ultimate destiny, bro! We're cooked! When we split up, our groups had discovered a slew of information that attempted to explain our captivity. Not cantivity. Oh my god! But in spite of making these discoveries that we thought would help us prevent further danger, another one of our group has fallen. It's not Say. I know it. Hi! It is unfortunate that I must greet you like this, but welcome back to the trial grounds. For me, it's 1:31. Where are you in the world right now? LOL. A fuzzy hologram of Gaia appeared before us. Oh, you're here too? Sure, whatever. Showing your face isn't really gonna change anything, you know. Gaia, do you know anything about what happened to Forte? North America? Oh, okay, that would explain a lot, bro. I live in Florida. I can't say that I do, but please consider my presence and assets to your discussion. Should you need any inquiries answered, I will do my best. Amerima. Jeez, this one has been nothing but useless. Come on, Lyle. Come on. This is the last class trial. You should be a little more grateful. I went to Florida once. It's really beautiful. Yeah, I just wish it wasn't so hot all the time, if I'm being honest. If anything, I would posit that Zero will, at the very least, respect my testimony. What makes you think you can pull wool over our eyes? What if you two are colluding? Ha! You give her too much credit. At this point, she's nothing but an obstacle. Okay, Akahiko. Eve, or as you rather know her now, Gaia, knows zilch. I'm the one who knows for certain whether you all will be voting correctly and incorrectly. After all, what kind of judge would I be if I didn't know? Freeing Gaia meant stripping her of her prize.
Huh? But we're not here to talk about that. So, let's get the show on the road.
Oh my god, let's get the show on the road, chat. I'm so scared. I don't know who it is. Okay. Let's get this trial started. No, Zero. I don't want to go over the cholesterol rules. I don't care. Oh wait, I didn't mean to open that. Okay. Skip the rules. Don't care. Okay. You'll get this one done quickly. Zero chuckled to himself. Okay. We all stared at at each other from the circumference of the stands, our eyes locking onto the most suspicious. Say.
Don't twist your breath on this. There's an obvious answer.
Is that so?
Let us be the judge of that.
This case is going to be difficult, but we need to try. Though I desperately wished this wouldn't happen again. A culprit must be found.
First things first, we can ignore the fact that Say was right in the middle of the crime scene, drenched in blood, presumably from the victim herself.
My bad.
It is ineffable, the sheer amount of evidence proving that you're at fault for this.
Anyway, who died this time? Forte, the opera gay guy. He's dead, unfortunately. What did you do to your profile picture? I can't see. Is that the Amazing Digital Circus?
Make your own judgment. Fine. There's no other way around the fact that no one else could have killed Forte, but I suppose I'll entertain you. Let's clear up everyone's alibi. When the six of us split up, the two groups were as follows. Missy, Forte, and Say went to investigate the floors we've seen. Cannon, Echo, and I went to investigate beyond the foyer doors. Here is when Gaia's statement will prove useful.
Yeah. Me, Lau, and Cannon were together with her for a majority of the afternoon, down in the testing chambers.
That is correct. I have not left the testing chamber since my release. As for supporting Lau and Echo's statement, I did not see anyone leave the testing chambers. Nevertheless, I unfortunately took no notice of when Cannon supposedly left.
Yeah, Cannon, you managed to slip out unnoticed while Lyle and I spoke to Gaia. Where did you go?
I had to step out. Step out? And where to? Back to the main wing so you could sneak around and plot something on your own? Cannon in the main wing? If she were involved in Forte's murder, she never made herself known during our journey.
Okay, I don't know if it's Cannon. Well, the elevator in the hi, Moise. Just in time. I have my suspicions on Cannon. She could have went down during the foyer elevator. Not went down during the foyer elevator. She went down using the foyer elevator and killed Forte. That's like my own... I don't know. It could have been her. Okay.
The three of us didn't see a trace of her as we explored the rooms, and only the three of us went up in the elevator before Forte's demise.
By the way, who died? Forte? Yeah, Forte's dead. Yeah, I think it's probably Cannon because, like, dude, she could have went down during the... no, not during... she went down using the elevator in the foyer, and Missy didn't see her because she was already in the class trial room. And then, hey, imagine a Missy execution. That would go so hard. So, only the three of you went up. Missy, is there anything else you can tell us about your group's exploration? Forte is no longer with us, and
Say is obvious culprit number one.
And Say might be unreliable.
Doesn't the blood speak for itself?
Oh, you want to be the culprit so bad.
Say, one moment.
Echo looks cool, by the way. He does.
I'd hate to come at a conclusion so hastily.
No, wait. No, it couldn't have been it couldn't have been Cannon because if she went down to the class trial room, then she should have stopped by the main hall in the foyer to pick up the dagger, right? And then it can't be her because she didn't go to the foyer. So who is it? I don't know if it's Say.
I'd hate to come at a conclusion so hastily. So I would like to know what occurred leading to the events that caused my side of the investigation to unravel so grievously.
Or Forte could have killed himself, that too.
The three of us moved as one unit in the main wing for the entirety of our investigation. Like I said, we all entered the trial grounds together.
Why do you make Say voice so different to her design? I don't know, bro. That's just how I imagine she sounds like.
And, well, I cannot speak more plainly after what occurred after, though I wish more than anything it were untrue.
Hey, was Forte the one that got stabbed? Yep.
But that wish is nothing but dust. The slash that has been carved in proves this.
It was...
Say turned the dagger on me.
That is not Say's hair color. But whatever, Missy, whatever you say.
Clear as day, Say Kano is the culprit behind Forte Solo's murder. Hold it. If you asked me to act right now, I wouldn't lay a vote against Say. I was the one present when she made her assault. I should know what her motive to cause harm was, and I say it was not with murderous intent.
She sounds like Smoogie dying. So, damn, okay, you're so mean, Moise.
Say still harmed you, though. That action alone could be indicative of more. Case in point, the very poignant murder of Forte. Not bad, though. Okay. Are you protecting her? What does that mean you'll gain from doing something like that?
Hang on. If Missy has an explanation, we should hear out. I'm still apprehensive about voting too quickly, especially since we haven't made an establishment haven't established any rhyme or reason. It's not an insult. I just think it sounds like that. Okay, cool. I know it's not an insult. I know.
Indeed, my testimony is not driven by wanting to gain anything except the truth. Would I not be endangering myself if I voted against Say? Ugh. I see where this is going. Knowing tiresome you all are, you want to dig for a reason behind these sorts of things, despite seeing that the conclusion could not be more telling.
Dude, it's canon, I'm telling you.
Fine, let's talk motivation. Just cut to the chase, will you?
It would be helpful. After all, Zero explicably delivered motivation is different. Motivations is different. Targeted ways over the course of the afternoon. Hey, remember when Missy died the last stream? Yeah, she did. I remember that. That was so funny. Motivations. What could have caused Say? It wasn't Say, it was canon. The hair color is different. To turn the dagger against Missy, and possibly against Forte as well. And to hearing the other motivations cause someone else to behave differently? Hopefully, in turn, we might get an answer to Lyle's question of what Missy might gain if she were to potentially were protecting Say. Let's go. Let's, what was it called again? Let's, scrum. No, that's not the scrum debate. God damn it, I forgot. Let's see what everyone has to say about their specific motives. Let's do it. I'm excited. Okay. My motive? It was a photograph. My motive, along with Cannon's, was delivered shortly after our two groups parted ways. A photograph, the bloodied portrait of a friend whom the dagger once belonged to. Okay. Say, the announcement didn't direct any sort of gift to you. That's right. And Lyle, you're... No, wait, Echo, you liar, pants on fire. Cheater, pumpkin eater. Wait, what if someone was the Angie or Tenko reincarnation, you mean? Probably. My motive was a photograph. No. It's what Echo said. He's a liar, pants on fire. No, it's not right. It's the music. What? I thought... Wait, was it Forte and Say's gift the music? Oh. God damn it, that's so annoying. It was a photograph, right? Bloody portrait, okay. Okay, the fear of the dark. Okay, it was what Cannon said first. Okay. Yeah, wait. Cannon said something weird about the photograph. Wait. Shut the fuck up. Okay. It was... Get it, Echo! I'm trying to be Sigma. No, it was not. Oh. Oh my god. Yeah, I get it. God damn it, what is it? The fear of the dark? A photograph. Your parted ways. The bloodied portrait. It was a bloodied portrait. Yes, it was. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself. What the hell? Okay, it was Lyle's statement then. Wait, are we getting canon execution? I don't know. It was the black fear of the dark. Dark. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself. What the Sigma? Okay, so there's more. I don't care, Echo. I'm trying hard to do something. Oh, okay. Or maybe the unesperate one, yeah. Okay. The timing and respective intensity of each individual motive. It must create some volatility in our headspaces, as far as I can tell. It's a little tough to follow which ones are and aren't relevant. That, though, now that I think about it, what if announcing them was the purpose of the motive? What? Announcing the motives? But why would someone else's motive affect anyone but the person it's meant for? That's not how it works, Lau. Well, I was just thinking. I didn't receive a personalized motive either. But to hear that everyone got something that would try to provoke them to murder, wouldn't that be frightening? Nah, Lau, not Kokichi then. No, Lau is Kokichi and Shuichi's son. I know it! To hear who has motives and a reason to kill, you'd feel tormented that others could turn on you. That's all I can think of. Say receives her motive last, and at least, before Lau's blackout. In that case, we're back to square one. Say is the culprit. You just explained the reason why she would be motivated to kill, despite not receiving a personalized motive herself. Shut the fuck up, Lau. He won't try to show motives, I think. I don't know, man. I don't know, Lau. Lau, just shut up. She heard all the motives previous to hers and must have been shaken by the potential of everyone turning on her. Discussion deadlock. Kokichi tried on chapter 3. I didn't see chapter 3, so... Oh, wait, I did. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. Well, it's possible, but... No buts! If you need more proof, let's move on. With the advent of Missy's claim and Say's attack in mind, the next topic is obvious. It wasn't Say, it was canon! That is the state of Forte's body. Yippee, real. Yeah, the victim report was extremely non-specific, more than previous. Vague, on purpose, most likely. There were an innumerable amount of stab wounds in his abdomen, likely from the dagger before it was finally stuck in his body. Stabbed? I thought... Nah! You suspicious as hell, Cannon! Oh, hell no! Something you want to share? Oh, that's right. Cannon, you didn't even see the body, did you? You liar! Cheater, pumpkin eater! No, I didn't see the body. Yes, you did! Liar, pants on fire! Then, is something wrong? Nothing's wrong. Then why are you so shocked that Forte was stabbed? You clearly know something. Culprit! Send her to the dungeon! Lau, ease back. But please, Cannon, if you notice something odd, we need your help. Something odd? Something odd? My help? It's... You did it! You did it! I shot Forte. Huh? You did what? Cannon? That's what you were up to. What's Cannon's talent? Ultimate photographer. She practically copied my hero. You'd better explain yourself. Not only was the revolver out of Missy's hands when we met up with her, you also have no alibi whatsoever. I hope Cannon isn't as contemptuous the person you think. She has to deny information as critical as this one cornered. But I must know as well. When did you come to the foyer? And to what end did the revolver's last bullet and threat to have finally been spent? Cannon freely admitted that she caused harm to Forte, but to know why she meant to do such a thing caused an anticipation to rise in my chest. Is the music too loud, chat? Should I turn it down? I've been suspicious of Say for a while. I had either a strange intuition or just another strain of bad luck let on me. What framed, real. What made me act was finally seeing, that a mystery announcer in the testing chambers, Echo and Lau discovered Gaia, the voice behind Eve, so naturally, the other encapsulated person must be Say's connection. What made you suspicious of Zero when Say had a connection to begin with? I noticed her reaction at the first Killing Game announcement. She was transfixed on that voice, as if she had heard it before. It's a small detail, but I couldn't shake it. I just noticed something. At the start of it, no, when we were talking to Forte that one time, he was in the theater, right? And we were talking about something, and then Forte mentioned something about a radio host and how his voice was and how his voice was different than any other voice he's ever heard. Not like that Zero voice. So that's a little suspicious. If you played longer, at least you would have seen Ashley's real's death on the false body discovery. Yeah. And I don't know. Forte's a little suspicious right now. I'm gonna turn down the volume a little. It's too loud. Okay. From day one, I've only ever been suspicious. Now it's too. Ugh, I hate my life. Okay, wait. Okay. From day one, I've only ever been suspicious of her. By laying low, she was playing the long game, but that plan had to backfire eventually, right? Gulp. So I slipped out while Gaia, Echo, and Lyle were talking. I had to investigate my apprehensions about her. Returning to the foyer, I moved warily. Was Ashley the ultimate shoemaker or something with shoes? No, she was the ultimate jockey, which means she rides horses. But I didn't find any trace of them on the floor. The only thing I found was a photo on the floor and a puncture mark in the wall near the elevator. I just missed them. I noticed the elevator was at the trial grounds. I called for the elevator to follow after. Upon arrival, the doors opened and Missy suddenly flung into the elevator cab with me. Oh yeah, it said on her execution. I forgot, yeah. She just dropped in, bloodied, and her head hung low. I thought she might have been dead. I looked in to see her assailant and saw Say and Forte in the middle of a struggle. Even though Forte had a dagger in his hands, Say was the one with blood all over her hands. He must have pulled the weapon away from her just after her attack. My suspicions about Say were correct. I feel alone. There's no one else. Even Makoto. Nah, I think you're a little in love with Makoto, bro. You're in love with Makoto. About Say were confirmed. She was under our noses the whole time, waited for the right moment to strike. Missy's revolver had fallen out of her coat pocket. I grabbed it and I didn't think twice. I fired towards Say. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. But you shot Forte instead. Well, I thought I did. The lights went out seconds after and I couldn't see where my shot landed. I couldn't run in and check either since the elevator shut in my face and mechanically returned me and Missy to the foyer. I ran. A shot was fired. Missy was unconscious and a blackout overtook everything. I've just always been with people on lives. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, no, you're in love with Makoto. Does that statement help? Then we have it. A confession. What? Wait, for what? Is there any reason for us not to accept the truth as it is? What about the stab wounds? Well, no, but... Stop it, no. But Cannon said she fired the revolver. A gun wound? Where? And that doesn't explain the lacerations. Ah! Yeah, keep screaming. We can't ignore that one thing. The Monokuma filed detail for us. There had to be some evidence. It's within reason for me to doubt that fact, aren't I? Oh, I can explain them. What? How? Because I stabbed him in the abdomen after he was shot. What? Why? There's no use hiding it since you confessed. Truthfully, I couldn't believe it at first, but seeing how desperate she was, I ultimately wanted to help Cannon escape. Huh? After I witnessed Cannon shoot Forte from the elevator, he fell quickly and I saw his bracelet turn pink. Hey, imagine if the Monokuma PFP account joined here, or even Zero. I would cry. I realized that because she Lyle or Echo, Cannon most likely implied as culprit, so I did what I had to do. I saw Forte body several times near the gunshot wound to conceal it, making it look like he died of blood loss from lacerations rather than the shot. And since I was the only one in the trial grounds, the blame would redirect toward me. After all, Cannon wants to leave just as much as any of us. Why not give her the advantage? Goodbye. No way. So Kin became the culprit without even seeing her victim fall? JK, yay, I'm not alone. Is that it? I can't argue with that. I didn't even see whether or not he died. But you're just going to accept it? All I know is that I fired a shot, and someone ended up dead. What else is there to say? And unfortunately, the conditions of Forte's death are indisputable. And Say's the only eyewitness. Cannon has Smoogie hair color. No, she doesn't. Smoogie's hair color is a little more vibrant. One sec, I need some water, bro. No, it's not all there is to it. I know it. Like, why would say slash miss you across the chest?
But is that really all there is to it? Given that I ultimately wound up in the foyer, it stands with reason that Cannon indeed visited the trial grounds, causing the elevator cab to go up and bring me back down after the assault. And you witnessed that I did not find the revolver on my person after I woke. I can't argue with that, but listen to you. It's all been laid out on the table. I'm not hiding anything this time. You want to keep going with this discussion because the truth is hard to swallow, is that it? I have news for you. These trials are full of impossible to accept facts.
Wait, Mrs. Hair Color looks like Sakura's Sakura color. Sakura Ogami reference? Moist, are you colorblind? Just asking. Quick, are you colorblind? Like a little bit?
I'm sorry for continuing this vicious cycle, so won't you allow me to leave with whatever's left of my dignity? Just let me receive punishment already.
No, that's not it at all. I just...
If there's something bothering you, just spit it out already.
No. You sure? I couldn't help but think there was something missing. I was racking my head for an answer, for something. The story just feels off to me. I don't know why.
Everything's out in the open. What else is there to deliberate? Nothing. Don't be a coward and just vote me off already. If there's no proof of another culprit, then you are just endangering yourself with an incorrect vote.
I'm sure there's something else we can talk about that can save you. Cannon, don't you care that you could be executed?
Of course I care. But who am I to argue with these facts? They're impossible to dispute. It's my punishment, isn't it? It's only fair that I get what I deserve. I can't fight it.
Damn, this shit's sad. There's gonna be a lot of tears and screaming in this episode.
I didn't know what to think. None of us had an inkling of what truly occurred on the trial grounds. Cannon admitted that she shot Forte. Say claims that the shot was what killed him. Say masked the gun wound by stabbing Forte several times, allowing Cannon a clean getaway. Hey, Lau does look like Kokichi, though. He does. But since Cannon unexpectedly confessed, there was no reason for Say to keep it a secret. The fact that she disturbed the crime scene, making it appear the way it did. All I could do is take their word as the truth, right? Cannon and Say's testimonies were the only thing that we had to work with, yet I couldn't help but feel there was much more to this.
Danging up a V4? Real!
I was struggling to find the truth in this trial. But would it lead me to a dead end?
A dead end? Missy said something like that when we went with her and Forte for the first time. We ran into a dead end of sorts. When we were investigating the courtroom, we couldn't find Zero or any other hints. Because Eden's Garden. I have not watched Eden's Garden. I have to, though. And then we were all killed one by one, shortly thereafter. But something inexplicable occurred as my consciousness faded. I returned the time before we split into groups. This time, I went with Lyle's group. I had information I never could have known. I didn't go if I didn't go to Missy's group first. I knew the testing chamber's code somehow, and then Pandora's incubated sister was Gaia, the ultimate cartographer. I'm gonna spoil the victim and culprit. Wow, no, please!
Was it possible that I needed to pursue this dead end?
Then stop saying the Makoto XB thing. Okay, fine. Whatever.
I grit my teeth. I had an absurd idea. The discussion is over. There's nothing wrong. Cannon is the culprit. I looked over at my classmates who had the same painted, startled expression at my finality of my decision. All of them were shocked, except Say. That's right. Nothing is wrong. Zero silently obliged, calling forward the vote screens to the other students. Everyone was dumbfounded, but with no other option laid before them. Only one vote was to be made.
I'm gonna tell you the false victim and culprit then. No! What? I'm not voting Cannon, bro! I'm not voting Cannon. I refuse. I'm not doing it. No, I'm staying here forever. I'm joking. No, this can't be it. This can't be it. I don't know what that says. Cannon, thanks for all your hard work. The room shook as the walls behind Cannon opened to reveal its dark depth.
Cannon herself simply turned from her place at the stands and walked into the shadow. This is it. I fled from the stand, my feet pounding as they carried me toward the hallway beyond the walls. What on earth are you doing? I paid no attention to Guy's calls. I was pursuing that dead end. Why don't they dodge it for real? I slipped in. Guy's startled exclamations along with the others, shocked cries echoing through the halls just before the walls shut. My head was thrashed from fear. Each breath I took was heavier than the last. Uh-oh, I threw myself into an execution. Oh my god! Cannon! I cautiously stepped forward. A veil of darkness caused me to lose all my bearings. Echo, what the hell are you doing here? I blindly chased after Cannon's voice, each step taking enormous effort as I fought against all my instincts of self-preservation. This isn't right! What do you mean? You all voted for this. This is my punishment, isn't it? I was closing in on her. That's right. This is your punishment. This is everyone's punishment. Wait, what? Whirring machinery clicked into place as bursts of light flooded the room. Can I tell you and spoil from Danganronpa Eden's Garden? It isn't big. No! The lights bled through my closed eyelids from the back of my head. Which each flash, the sound of an object darting through the air, hit the floor before us. Each shot approaching our very location. No. Cannon's cries pealed of a mist. The sound of gunfire? Ugh! Little spoil, nothing bad. No! All I could see between the firing flashes was the silhouette of her body convulsed violently, each hit pulling her body apart. A sharp object narrowly darted past me, tearing through my coat and breaking skin. Blood began to ooze from the cut. I heard Cannon collapse before me. I started toward the sound and tried to find her, guiding my hand through the darkness in vain. Heck! You'll have to wait. Pin pricks met my hand. Needles? I felt around at the ground and picked one up. It was small. It was a small, near invisible thing on its own, but when shot at high speeds, the needles became lethal. Another series of flashes fired up, blinding me. Between flashes, I saw the mangled body that used to be Cannon's, now disfigured, bloody mass. Ugh! The metallic taste of blood filled my mouth as I began to choke. A sharp pain melted its way through my throat. Heck. I buckled immediately. Pangs of anguish overwhelmed my senses. If I was wrong about this, if I was terribly, absurdly, ridiculously wrong, then I just put my life in danger for nothing. But, wait, what is this? I don't even know, man! Following this dead end, there had to be something strange. I lost my grip of the situation. I only felt pain. The terrible sensation sank into my blood. An inflaming ache rushed through every inch of my body. Oh my god! Back in time! If there's something bothering you, just spit it out already! I grasped at my throat. My skin was undamaged. Only the startling phantom pain of a needle that pierced my throat remained. I wiped the sweat from my brow and met the gaze of concerned faces staring back from my exclamation. Cannon, alive as more, rivaled my panicked gaze with her own stoic expression just a few feet away from me. She was still waiting for our vote. Are you okay? Swallowing hard, I finally realized the purpose of this harrowing. Strange occurrences. They gave me a glimpse of everything that could go wrong. Real determination, for real! Somehow, I managed to escape death twice. Why was I able to experience an alternate history like that? I couldn't begin to fathom an explanation. I was trembling. My heart was hammering into my chest. But it refused! Moment. Like, Echo, stop! But he wouldn't budge. Moment. But if this were anything like the moment before entering the testing chambers, I studied my breathing. There had to be something useful in that moment of time between coming to a consensus on the culprit and being executed. If I gathered what I learned from the two occurrences ending in death, perhaps I can put the picture together of what could have occurred. I never knew Echo was they, them. It's okay, bro. It's okay. As far as the group was aware, the only cues we had to work with were found on the crime scene, and there weren't many to begin with. Forte's body had multiple lacerations clustered in one area due to Sei hiding the gunshot wound inflicted by Cannon. He also had a small pool of blood near the back of his head. However, the other source of blood near the back of his head was what bothered me. Nothing clearly visible caused the injury. I didn't know how to explain the life-saving phenomenon that I just experienced. Also, why was the elevator door like in the beyond the foyer, like downstairs, like blocked? I don't know. They look like a female. Okay, I got confused for the design. Real, me too. Don't worry. When I started playing this game, I thought they were he.
But I know I had to take the opportunity it gave me to find the truth. Look, I still don't think we have the full picture. Please, I can't vote for Cannon.
So you're implicating Say as well?
Not exactly, but her presence is important.
If you think something's missing, then just shout it out. We won't know what's going on in that head of yours if you keep stopping the trial for no reason.
That's the problem. I don't know where to start. Cannon, best girl. Makoto! Ooh, moist. Ooh! Wait, Cannon was the wrong choice? Yeah. I mean, obviously, if Echo got executed, then of course. Ooh, moist. Ooh, look who just joined. Cannon, best girl, though. I couldn't yet sway the group with the absurd notion that Cannon would be wrongfully executed. If I didn't have the means to explain how I knew such a thing. Remember what I said? Okay, my bad. I think we ought to continue deliberating the details. There's something bothering me. If you could just entertain me with this, I'd like to further address the lacerations. While Cannon admitted she shot Forte, she didn't know whether or not it was the shot that killed him for sure.
I saw her shoot him.
But let's say the shot didn't kill the shot itself didn't kill him right away. As far as I could tell, the stab wounds and the subsequent hidden gun wound weren't near his vitals. They were around his lower abdomen. By the way, what gender do you think I am? That's difficult. I think she, they, at least. And remember, the condition, oh my god, hi Volvio! We all need a Cannon in life, for real! And remember, the condition for lifting the darkness was to kill. Cannon, when did the lights go out? They went out seconds after I fired, and just before the elevator doors closed on me. Wrong, I'm he, him. I know, right? Yeah, I know, something like that. The elevator was still working, though. I couldn't see a thing, but I felt the cab move, bringing me back down to the foyer without a hitch. After I arrived on the foyer level, I waited out the darkness in the elevator cab before running off to the atrium. She waited out the darkness, and the darkness fell seconds after she fired. Lyle, we were just as immobilized in the testing chambers as Cannon was in the elevator cab, and we had to wait out the darkness as well, so...
That means Forte wasn't killed instantly. How? Say must have taken advantage of his injured state, taken the dagger from him with little resistance, and retaliated. He must have fallen weak from Cannon's chance shot, and when the lights went out, Say stabbed him, finishing him off to lift the darkness.
These trials are so dry, like, bro, we need more decor, like, for real, like, why do I see at Cannon and think she has a big front? What? Forehead corrector. Real.
In that case, what you said about covering for Cannon was a lie.
So you really stabbed Forte to death?
Missy knows it. Cannon saw it too.
I saw?
I turned the dagger on Missy first. She has the scar to prove it. Forte would be next.
Cannon's forehead is huge! Makoto once again spitting facts. Toko but no pigtail and emo, for real. Say, Euro. What are you talking about? I only saw Forte with the dagger facing off against you.
Then when did Say acquire the dagger?
This is a circus, bro. What is happening in this class trial?
If Forte didn't push Missy away in time, she would have fallen instead.
No, you can't mean that.
And why not? I planned the attack after I saw you pin the dagger into the wall. I took it.
Say clearly the murderer. Oh no, man. If you were planning the attack, why didn't you do so when sooner? You had a perfect opportune time when we were all in the elevator going to the trial grounds.
You were asking why I didn't attack sooner? What's stopping you from doing so at every private opportunity?
I'm challenging you to convince me. Why does it keep clicking? What did I do to you? That's enough. We're not getting anywhere like this.
But this is a discussion. It's impossible to make our heads, it's impossible to make heads or tails of it. We had a culprit pinned from the start. Say. But we drew out the trial only for Cannon to take ownership of the gun wound, and now we're really back to square one.
Say singed. It sounded like that. I don't know. Like that to me. I don't know. Okay, cool.
Say met the requirement for lifting darkness and hit the gun wound, so we would vote wrong. Neither me, Missy, or Echo were at the scene, so basing our conjecture on our testimonies, of the two most suspicious people, it's impossible. Damn it. How can we possibly find the truth based on their word and word alone? I understood Lyle's frustration, but bearing all discussions so far, there has always been an obvious culprit staring right at our face. But something inside kept me from resisting the answer. I simply couldn't accept Say as the culprit. Lyle carrying the trial to protect for real. Without Lyle, we wouldn't be anywhere in life. I had to think. Hey, are you called any he, him, they, them, she, her? Yeah, you can, bro. Do you know how abigender works? Abigender works like, call me she, her, guess I'm she, her. They, them, I'm they, them now. Yeah, like that. Those strange occurrences ending in death, I learned something I normally wouldn't have. With no tangible proof of what I needed to express, I put faith in the facts, learned from my memories of the events, hoping something would work out. I put my faith in, believing no one here could kill, not after what happened twice already. Just why did I experience those strange occurrences? In the two scenarios, my life was gravely threatened. And yet, I still stood here with the memories of those events. After all, they happened for a reason, right? Yeah, bro's the ultimate memory, and bro's taking that to his advantage. Their advantage. Their advantage! I don't misgender people! It was far-fetched, but I had to utilize what I learned, with hopes that the facts learned would guide me in the right direction. There's a fucking airplane outside my window right now. Can you shut the fuck up? I have to think about what I've come to know. The information I learned when we visited Cyrus's room. It was about the killing game. The game was an experiment to see who would survive and win, to overcome other ultimate students. In the game, participants were paired with other close students to create friction between relations. Help! Chaz, back to one person! I'm gonna kill myself. Between relations. The game was set up to sow chaos and disorder. Sei was listed alongside the former student Akihiko, now known to us as Zero. After Missy, Forte, and I came to a dead end in our search, we discovered Cannon had been killed. Missy and Forte fell shortly after. Then I, the last one standing, heard the voice of the assailant, Sei. She pleaded for escape, but in my near-death haze, I could recall Zero himself saying, Sei, you don't want the prize. That, even after eliminating everyone, killing wasn't the answer. If Forte killed himself, Sakura Ogami reference, real. I was whisked back in time somehow. Back to the decision that would bring me to this point, alive. Those were things I learned before falling to my demise. Fog for a sparse moment, that is. Finding new life mysteriously breathed into me. I wandered a different path, utilizing information that I had learned from my previous experience. And that information had led me, us, here to contemplate another murder. Foolish to think that the experience would be my last, as I would come to relieve near death once again, when our discussion became deadlocked. This time, I risked emulating that strange dead-end occurrence to pursue the thing I believed was missing from Forte's murder. What's up? It was a brief experience, but I saw the method Zero used to dispose of Cannon. Small, near-invisible needles shot at high speed, and little else before returning here. Well, we're alone now. Just you and me, bro. The truth felt close, but I felt an apprehension rising in my chest. Sei, tell me, what happened after Cannon shot Forte? What happened? I stabbed Forte. How many times do I have to tell you? You stabbed Forte, but did you kill him? Isn't it obvious? It's not. Cannon claims that before she shot you, Forte was the last one in possession of the dagger. You, me, Echo, wait, and everyone else with the dagger then? Yeah. The lights went out shortly after, and from that point, no one really say who had the dagger. And though the dagger was plunged into Forte's abdomen, giving us the impression of it being the murder weapon, I can't help but think otherwise. Primarily because of the scenario we found ourselves in. Wait a moment, am I the chat pro tag? Yes, you are! I'm gonna kill you because I'm the mastermind and I can literally remove you from the chat anytime I want, so careful with what you say. There was, except when Makoto is in, yeah. There was a constant pressure put upon us with personalized motives spread throughout our explanation, that is, until Lyle's final personalized motive. With a heavy darkness to stoke our fear, we would be scrambling until someone acted maliciously from the previously set pressure.
But I couldn't even see my own hand in front of my face, let alone begin to think of a plan to kill and get away with it. So to carry it out to fruition would be impossible. Hey, have you seen Danganronpa A? Or I don't know what that is. Like the Super Danganronpa 2 and Killing Harmony? If the entire building was indeed plunged in such thick darkness, I couldn't help but think, how could any of us have killed Forte? Yes. Yeah, I have, actually. I haven't finished V3. But I haven't finished V2 either, but I should probably play them. I've seen it, though. That's interesting phrasing. Yeah, what are you on to? Recall when our group split. Zero mentioned something interesting. So I decided to split up, huh? That's alright, no sweat off my back, figuratively speaking, obviously. Thanks to your fancy bracelets, I can still locate where you are. There's no escaping for you quite yet. You finished Danganronpa 2 or no? I have an idea of what happened, but I didn't finish it. It seems he is able to know our whereabouts within the building. In this case, he was able to locate us from our bracelets. Oh, come on! Hey! Don't be mean! Are you implying Zero has taken moves to actively, though discreetly, participate in the game with us? There's no going back. Yes. I believe Zero might have had a hand in killing Forte. That's nonsense! Have you lost your mind? Well, where are you getting at this theory? I know you want us to entertain you, but this is a little much, isn't it? Lau, please, I know it's a lot to ask, but I want you to trust me. I'd like to hear where you're getting this funny idea as well, Echo. Lau's intense leer broke through me, but he fell silent and allowed me to continue. He must be observing my next unpredictable move, just like when I suggested knowing the testing chamber's code. Zero idly gazed back at me, a complete poker face, masking whatever scheme he was plotting. I felt a strange sense of conviction that connecting an execution method with the mysterious pool of blood that was behind Forte's head would lead me to the answer I was seeking. I had to use what I had learned from Cannon's execution dead end. The fact that Zero prepared a barrage of needles. It's like Missy said, the more he talks, the faster his options will diminish. If Zero's readying himself for an explanation, this was my opening to draw something out of him. Zero, I want the truth. The truth that you're the one behind this. The truth? Let's see if you can find it. Shut the fuck up. Okay, let's talk to Zero. He's so cool. Tanner, you're such a kid. Tanner, you're so cool. I'm not a kiss boy. So you're making a ridiculous accusation, you know. How could I have possibly killed a student? I can only operate from within the courtroom. Zero is goading me. His voice is unwavering, but there's a statement somewhere there that I can use. Ridiculous statement. How could I possibly kill a student? Only operate within the courtroom. Yes, as far as we've seen, you can only operate within the courtroom. That's where the body turned up, isn't it? That much is obvious. The announcement summoned us to the courtroom, and there's no evidence of the crime being moved from one place to another. Whoa. What weapon do you suppose I could have killed him with? The, needles? No. And I definitely didn't electrocute or use supersonic on this one this time around. Face it, there's no... The location. Dagger, say I admit to using it. It's true that there was nothing in the courtroom, but there are things beyond the courtroom walls. Namely, the tools used for execution that you clearly have some agency over. You conveniently omitted the cause of death because it would have implicated someone not from our group. Based on what everyone else knows, it sounds far-fetched, but to me, it was the only thing that made perfect sense. Zero seemingly had no power in the courtroom, proven by the fact that during the past 2 trials, the hologram purpose has been purely cosmetic. One sec. That said, the machinery hiding behind the trial walls themselves could very well suffice, not only as tools for execution, but for murder in and of itself. That's how it's gonna be, huh? So are you implying I took Forte beyond the walls, executed him, and dumped the body back out? Why wouldn't I just execute him and leave his body with the rest of the punished students? He didn't do anything to perceive an execution anyway. I'm not so heartless, you know. You're missing a piece in your argument. Oh my god, yay. Echo, this discussion is going nowhere. What would Zero even have gained from participating? I have nothing to gain from intervening.
And in my position, I certainly have nothing to lose. Yes, you do. If the ultimate prize is so desirable that even an arbiter of the game would want to win it, why did Zero simply eliminate us from the start? Law brought up a good point. Okay, one sec. Zero wanted the prize as well. We wouldn't have survived this long. So there had to be a reason why. Okay. I have nothing to give from intervening. I have nothing to lose. You do. Hang on. Nothing to lose? The location and method was clear to me, but the motivation stumped me. I had to concentrate. If Zero truly had nothing to gain by executing us, all, why did he now carry out a murder of one of the game's participants? If he had nothing to gain, there must be something he didn't want to lose, something he wanted to keep, something or someone. Zero and Say, they have some sort of connection. That very connection could become the motive I'm looking for. Cannon noted seeing Forte with the dagger last, just before the lights went out. Since Say is unscathed and the room showed no signs of a gunshot in the wall, it's clear Forte must have taken the shot. If Forte had the dagger the entire time, he could have used it against Say. And if Zero were observing his offense against her, then you would have reason to consider Forte a threat to Say. Hey, what's your favorite episode of Sprite? That has to be it. It's impossible for me to assert with any certainty what exactly occurred in the courtroom. However, I can think of a reason why it happened. Yeah, right. And it's not for the ultimate prize. Like Lyle said, if the ultimate prize was so desirable, why wouldn't Zero get rid of us all from the beginning? In that case, winning the ultimate prize had nothing to do with why Zero acted. Although he isn't strictly a participant, he's still involved. That involvement, there's something connecting us as the participants to him as an overseer. Lyle, you have something very important that will complete the picture. Mine's Coca-Cola, but I also like Sprite, even other sodas. Coca-Cola's so cool. That note, it reads, if you recognize one of the symbols depicted, then you have finally found me and are safe. Please do not speak of this note's existence. Trust no one but yourself. I know, right? Yeah. Lyle discovered this note in the pantry after seeing Say duck in there for a brief moment. Say must have known something as early as the third day. No, even earlier, since Zero's emblem was shown on the second day. It's like Cannon said, when the killing game announcement came on, Say must have been clued in on the person behind it. If Coca-Cola is cool, Lyle is Coca-Cola for real. For real! She knows all this time and played us for fools by ducking out of confrontation. Say's the other insider? Her student profile didn't explicitly document any involvement in the game, but her files were paired along with Akahiko's, the one we currently call Zero. Or Echo, for real. On the second day, when Zero summoned us to the atrium to present a special gift, the note must have been it. Based on what we know, it's clear now that Say might have some insult on who Zero is. However, instead of thinking Say was a spy within our ranks, conniving with Zero is plot against us, Zero was the one trying to bridge the gap between the participant and the arbiter to intervene with Say's safety. Huh? Wait. But even if that's the case, why would Say go out of her way to direct the attention of implicating herself as the culprit? Isn't that action a diametric opposition of what you're implying? Coca-Cola has even almost cool in it, Cole. Real. No, I killed Forte. He deserved it after all. She would have been forsaking her own safety by placing the blame to herself, the false culprit, causing us to vote incorrectly and inevitably causing us all to die. Zero has nothing to do with it. What Say did to Forte during this trial was on her own volition, shattering the connection between her and Zero. If he killed to keep her safe, she completely threw the sentiment out of the window. I'm the only culprit. Vote for me. Well, Zero, what do you have to say about all this? You'll never know the answer if you don't vote. If Say confessed, what's stopping you from accepting her judgment as truth? You want to believe your friend, don't you? When animated series show food, it's or a copy or an invented. Real. What's stopping me? I want to believe that she would never do something like that. That's it. Feels like you're completely out of this world conjecture about me interfering. You have no tangible bias to her trust either. Such irresponsible thinking could lead you to an execution, you know. Zero isn't going to be shaken so easily, but the fact that his arguments are lofty and just as intangible gave me some solace that I can turn the trial around. One sec, I need some water. I love water. Okay. I could do so by focusing on the subject of his motivation. When is bro going to bring up the needles?
Say, I'm not going to vote for you. You're the only one who knows what happened for certain. So please tell us why. Why are you trying so hard to make us vote incorrectly? You can't possibly want us all to get executed, do you?
That's exactly what I want. Complete execution.
Oh, no, you want to take it, say!
Even though Canada admitted to something she didn't do, I went with it for the sake of redirecting the vote. Regardless if you voted for her or voted for me, it was going to be wrong and we'd all face execution. And we'd finally be freed from this horrible game. Say, you can't possibly believe leading us to our demise is the right answer. Why not?
Say mastermind vibe for real.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Pandora's gone. Art is gone. Cyrus is gone. Ashley's gone. Now Forte's gone because of me. I can't stand any of this. The pain and suffering, it's endless.
Almost breakdown, say for real.
Zero killed Forte to protect me, but I don't care. I don't know who Zero is anymore. I came all this way to find a shell of someone I knew. Well, when will this nightmare end? When can we escape? Even if we don't kill, someone dies and we're still stuck. We're trapped. I'm tired of believing in something that will never happen. I have nothing to lose, nothing to gain. I keep going. What's the point of fighting? Everyone is slipping out of my fingers, and I'll be left alone.
Oh, god damn it, I feel bad for her. Alone? Say, look around you. You're not alone.
What?
You have nothing left to lose. But what about the people standing before you? We are enduring the pain, the guilt, the torment of surviving for nothing.
Endurance? Survival?
Please, we can figure this out together. Uh-oh.
So what?
Endurance is pointless. Let's argue, bro. Oh, wait, spam click. I have to spam. Hey, is it December 26th where you left? Yep. Ow, my finger. Okay, let's argue back. Oh my god. But a complete execution won't solve the problem. There's another way out. I'm certain of it. There must be. So please help me. My fingers. Give me a sec. What the? Come on. Happy 2025 then. You too. You too, man. Just hurry the fuck up. The fuck is taking so long? I'm spam clicking as hard as I can, bro. Why won't it let me click, bro? Okay, finally. If arguing was easier, I know! Ugh. This is painful. I hate this. Please just go up. Ow. Okay, this is just painful. Why isn't this working? I'm literally spamming. Why isn't it working? Okay, just fuck. Oh, my fingers. Okay, come on, lock in, bro, lock in. Ow.
Trial 3.
Oh,
Echo.
ew.
Self-voicing disabled.
Oh my god, ow, I can't do this. 1 sec. My hands hurt so bad. Okay, wait. Okay. I'm gonna have to get used to spam clicking. Okay. Forget? I want to stop this game too, but we shouldn't forget the turmoil our friends went through. Pandora, Art, Cyrus, Ashley, and Forte, we can't simply abandon our memories of them in the past. Click harder, oppress bot 2024. I'm not saying to you though. Yeah, real. I'm not going to stop the game by voting for you. I'm not going to abandon my memory of you either. That's just an expression, yeah. Okay.
Self-argue selected.
Shut the fuck up.
Self-voicing disabled.
Come on. Oh. Oh my god.
Self-voicing disabled.
Shut the fuck up. The truth of hopelessness was staring us straight in the face. There was no denying it. Why do I imagine you as a Danganronpa protagonist sometimes? Aw, thank you! but I felt a desire to combat the terror that hung over us, and above all. After experiencing what Say did to us out of desperation, I felt a responsibility to vouch for her innocence, the only way I knew how. Say, you're not alone. You're here with us as our friend. And you're not alone in feeling scared and helpless. Everyone's trying their best to keep their head above water. I don't know what will happen after this, or even if we'll make it out, but we have to try. But I did a horrible thing to Forte. Isn't this ending what I would deserve? It's not your fault. How can you know that? I believe you. Please. I don't want to see us go through anything like this again, so you're the only one who knows for certain who the culprit is. The game will surely be over after we uncover this last truth. I wish they games were like this, Danganronpa. You revive if an error occurs. For real! After all, you didn't kill Forte. She's shaking.
How could I? Of course I didn't kill him. I was so scared. Echo was right about the motives. The fact that little by little everyone was being pushed some way or another into distress. I felt the pressure mounting. Who was to know what sort of motive would be delivered? I took the dagger to protect myself. I couldn't possibly know what was going on in everyone's head after those motives, could I? I wasn't even relieved that I didn't get a motive, because I couldn't help but think about everyone else's. That everyone would be given a reason to turn on one another. And when Forte said that he would take matters into his own hands, I feared for my life. I froze after I slashed at Missy, and he overtook the dagger.
Help! Say is giving so much Junko vibes right now. Bipolar personality disorder. Help!
What Cannon saw was only half the story. He did appear to have taken advantage over me, but it was just a performance. Performance for the only possible person in the audience.
Uh-oh.
The lights went out. Darkness! Thal's gift, directed from his fears to you. Only murder will lift the darkness. What the? Forte and I were plunged into a never-ending darkness. Even though I hadn't moved, I could tell where the floor was. But somehow he found me. Don't move a muscle. And it seemed he took action to meet the darkness lifting condition. Finally, Forte had the dagger pointed at my throat. I could feel the chilling cold steel just inches away. Finally, I thought time had stopped. Forte was still as stone, with the dagger poised for my end. He whispered something so low I thought I had imagined it. A stage where every man must play a part, and mine is a sad one.
Imagine finding a body and boom, trial and Danganronpa's your home now. Oh, I love that.
Knack. Then Forte just fell. When the lights returned, I saw his body lying face up. A small pool of blood was forming behind his head. And when I looked up to see the trial ground walls closely, steadily, and the Zero hologram with this awful, satisfied expression, he made a gesture like he was holding an invisible camera. Zero clued me in on who was going to mark as the culprit, even though Zero killed Forte himself. Zero planned to manipulate the outcome of the trial. I could see the trial play out in my head. Forte's gun wound would have been the decisive clue. The pool behind his head probably thought from just falling on impact.
I'm gonna speak Korean with traductor. Here you go. Okay.
I couldn't believe it. Forte was killed because of me, and Cannon and I were going to be framed, and Cannon was going to be framed because of me. I picked up the dagger Forte dropped. If the true culprit was ever going to be found, I was going to make the trial easy and direct the blame toward me, so the wrong vote and executions following could happen right away. Then we wouldn't have to suffer a long trial. And this dreadful game could finally come to an end.
I wrote you a Danganronpa pro tag. Damn, thanks. I guess. Thanks. Cool.
After all, it's my fault Forte was pushed to do such a thing to himself. Killing is the only answer here, so he was forced into a corner, using me as bait to sacrifice himself to Zero. He went through those lengths for me? Why didn't he just kill me and be done with it?
Yikes, that hurts. Imagine. Couldn't be me. Skill issue. Sorry, Say.
I couldn't understand what had happened. So, I thought if I could lead the trial to an incorrect vote, and the game would end without me having to do that terrible thing, and we'd be freed from this trap. But Zero saved me.
He took you out of harm's path, at least. That's what he thought he was doing.
Say, you knew that he was trying to manipulate the blame off you, so why did you still try to redirect the vote to yourself?
What now? I don't know.
Because I have nothing else to look forward to. I ended up here for one reason or another, and all the signs have pointed toward demise. Because even after all that, whoever that Zero is, he isn't my friend anymore, and now I have nothing.
Say, you must know by now that we are here for you. Missy's right. We've been trapped, that much is certain, but we're not isolated. We have each other, and together we can help each other build hope for escape. You don't need to act alone.
Akihiko, we both wanted to save someone. You didn't truly think this was the answer, do you? Manipulating the trial like this is unruly. Akihiko isn't here anymore. Since giving himself up to the game, his conscience has been long gone.
Imagine meeting Danganronpa survivors when you go to Japan, Korea, or China. I don't know where. Bro, I'd literally start crying. Take me with you, take me with you.
Being so disillusioned by the way he and his fellow Ultimates were treated, he dropped everything and let himself be consumed with despair. It's poetic, isn't it? He gave himself up because this game was the only thing he could cling to. It gave him purpose.
Me too, bro, me too. Danganronpa's the only thing giving me purpose for real.
In fact, Guy is also holding onto the game. Can you really trust her?
Or even the Future Foundation. I would literally sign up immediately.
After all, she oversaw the game just as I am. Before you released her, that is.
Ira Makoto, real?
All I did was watch. Watch and let Pandora die. You have no idea the sacrifice I went through. I see that the idea that you think I idled and watch her die. Uh-huh. And what have you done since to prevent it? You didn't try to stop her assailant like I did you?
Kyoko and Togumi.
So, do you think Guy is on your side? Spouting empty sentiment and rolling over, doing nothing but watch the game carelessly take lives? I'll tell you what. Your friend Guy here did something very interesting. Don't you dare demonize what I did. Excuse me, I never killed anyone in my game. You, on the other hand, why, you disgust me. I invited you to open the foyer doors so one of these fools could deliver your punishment. He had no reason to trust you after all. There are no rules, save for one. Those who kill should not get away with it.
Byakuya, sorry, I just don't know. I just don't like how he moved Chihiro's body. Dude, honestly, I don't like calling him Byakuya. I call him Togumi like 99% of the time.
Let me give it one more try. Gaia isn't your friend. Not a chance. She has played this game once more, and will do anything to keep herself from losing going forward. And even from the winner's circle, she did what she could to gain the advantage. She's the one who trapped you in the ship.
Ship?
Even if someone won the game, there would be nowhere to go. You're completely sealed in. Left to die in isolation, confined in these walls. It's crazy, isn't it? In fact, trapping you may all be a ploy for her to kill again. Why not? It'll prove once more that she's deserving of being called an ultimate. You don't understand. I did what I had to do.
Hey, yo, it looks like I need Mastermind edited character image. For real.
Oh, of course I don't understand. You're the one giving hope to these people, yet all you've done is cause trouble.
No hate to him, for real.
Unfortunately for you, I control what occurs in this vicious circle. And I'm using this power to keep safe. Keep me safe. You should have never brought me here in the first place. I know. I was tricked. This game is a farce. I won the killing game that preceded this one and received the ultimate prize. The prize of a lifetime of suffering. That's the prize?
Imagine Shuichi was mastermind and Kaede survived. Dude, that would be wild if I'm being honest.
The prize? Within a group of incredibly talented individuals, someone should defeat their fellow ultimate students to come out on top. Their efforts and achievements would be highly prized, wouldn't they? To see who would come out on top. That was the experiment the Preservation Project was conducting. The project wanted to gather the very best of the best, for the sake of the future, as it were. The despair program ruined whatever semblance of Akahiko remained, creating the Zero persona. Zero was the false name you ran under in the previous game. After all, it was no surprise to me that it's being used again under the guise of a killing game operator.
Help, I want to tell you something of Eden's Garden, something tiny, the tiniest thing. No! Sorry, water break. Okay.
Despite that, Akahiko will to protect Sei, persists in Zero memory. Forte must have taken the risk to see whether or not the entity connected to Sei would act.
I know, I can't hold it in anymore. Bro, just write it down or something. Don't... Stop screaming.
I hardly recognize him anymore. His voice is the same, but I don't know who that is anymore. There's no trace left. That's right. He's a shell of his former self. The game and all its terrors now inhabited the ultimate radio host.
No! You'll be fine, bro.
Aki wanted to...
Who is Aki? Oh, Akahiko. That's short for Akahiko. Okay. Okay, I can hold it now. Okay.
Akahiko wanted to erase the wrongdoing he committed in his game and... Ready? 815681516581. Stop!
The hologram cracked in and out. The program was fighting itself right before our very eyes. Hey, what does TAKA stand for? Titty, asexual, kill yourself, asexual. Yeah. I know it.
Your efforts are wasted. You gave yourself up to despair, and yet you still try to deliver a signal of hope.
It's for Kiyotaka. Oh, yeah, I knew that.
You defied your own actions, self-preservation projects. No, preservation actions that saved you in the last game. What happened to selfishness? I'll bury you!
The arbiter we called Zero was fighting itself. Its current form and a former form, trying to make sense of its own actions. 01100100010001001 011100001 01101001001 It's a binary code, something later. Okay, keep that one in mind. What is happening?
A conflict we can't control.
Spoilers? I don't know, man.
I have a last-ditch effort prepared. If he cannot just overcome the darkness.
The lights shuddered as we watched Zero's fight unfold. He's breaking! Zero's entity fought its way to dominance, greeting us with its haunting grin.
Well. I guess you caught me, eh? Fine, the jig is up. I won't resist, since I've been thoroughly caught in the act by some triumph of hope or whatever nonsense you want to admit. After all, I wouldn't be doing your efforts justice to keep you fighting back after you went through so much trouble. It must have to be some rotten luck that got you out of this one, huh? Who are you, Echo? I don't know how you, a talentless nobody, managed to realize the trick I pulled off. By all accounts, you should have all been executed by now. If all went according to my manipulation, Cannon should be a pincushion and the rest of you dropped into an incinerator. Although, what's stopping me from letting that happen? I'll execute myself and bring you all with me. Don't you dare. This is the last show with your host, Zero, Signing off for today's cast with eternal dead air. Ha!
The lights bloomed violently, oversaturated the trial grounds with a blast of glaring heat.
Damn it, no!
A tremor tore through the room. The sound of metal creaking filled the halls, and the lights flickered dizzyingly as we all struggled to gain footing. Everyone, get down and cover your head and neck. No, Zero, don't! For real. We all dove to the floor, each quake jolting us to and fro with ease. Oh, shit. Kathunk. Kathunk. Very nice. Very nice subtitles. What's wrong? What's happening? One sec. The shaking came down to a low rumble, and the ground eventually settled into stillness once more. The lights returned to a dim glow, and the five of us cautiously rose to our feet. The trial grounds were quiet.
Where's that bastard? Zero!
Lau leapt to his feet, darting around the trial grounds for signs of the arbiter.
Are you all right?
A concerned, static-filled hologram of Gaia illuminated the room.
We're fine, no thanks to you!
He became my fave host of all of them. Please don't die, Zero. For real! Like, literally, Zero's such an interesting character, if I'm being honest.
I'm sorry. I didn't anticipate the superstructure would have yet buckled under pressure, but seeing as Zero overloaded the systems, the adverse effect of his self-inflicted execution may have sped up the process. What are you talking about? That doesn't explain where you were and why you were never helpful.
Lau, come on. We're all fine, aren't we? I helped Cannon to her feet. Missy did the same with Say. Are you alright, Cannon?
A little shaky, but I'm in one piece. Thanks.
Missy, Say?
We're all right. That's a relief to hear. So, that's it, right?
Huh? This may be false Gaia names Gray into Orange, or maybe just because she's a hologramma. What are you saying, Moise?
Huh? Zero's gone. The game's over. We're done here, aren't we?
Do we get to do a boss battle?
So let's get the hell out of here.
Hang on. I'm sure he's gone, but there's so many more unanswered questions. First of all, he said we're on a ship. Even if we get out, we're still stuck, drifting out on the sea. By the way, I know Spanish. Me too, bro.
If there was a wholly unknown testing chamber below us this entire time, it's within reason that there's a helm hidden somewhere as well.
Gaia, was it? He said you were responsible for such a thing. Is this true? Oh, cool then. Nice. Gaia sighed. I will answer your questions in due time. For now, I would like to ask that you all rest for a spell before coming down to the testing chambers. It's been a long few days for you all.
What? And let you jump ship through a concealed exit passageway while our guard is down? No way.
Lyle, I understand your desire to push forward, but a break would allow us to sort our thoughts. Please, I'm not going anywhere. Why aren't you more popular? Why no more people? I don't know, man! I will await your arrival. I don't trust Gaia. Gaia's hologram clips out as the rest of us shuffle by idly. Lyle huffs and shrugs as he made his way to the elevator. Looked like that was the end. There was no vote, no execution. Just the end. The Zero's destruction provided some relief. I still felt uneasy. There was so much uncertainty that was lurking before us. I sighed. Oh my god. The rest of us followed Lyle into the elevator, and together we returned to the floor. Us remaining 5 students left the trial grounds in the shadows for good. Oh my god. Wow. For how long have I been live? I've been live for 1 hour and 6 minutes. I jinxed Jai is bad. Maybe I'm wrong. She is bad. I know it. I can feel it in my bones, bro. I can feel it. Okay. Lyle, Missy, Cannon, Say, and myself. Only 5 of us remained. Our group, cut brutally in half by the game we were forced to participate in, found its final survivors. In that very same order, we trudged out of the elevator cab and returned to the foyer.
I'm going ahead. Don't wait up. I want answers. Guy had better fess up about all this.
Hang on, Lyle. I want to talk to her first, alone.
Why?
I just need to know why she gave me a talent. How could she know something like that? Someone I'm not even aware of? Why me? Please, I just need to know what's going on.
All right.
You can play Danganronpa fan games on PC, right? Yep. As long as they're like suitable for your I'm on Windows, so I can play Danganronpa Labs. I don't know if it's available on Mac though.
But being an ultimate student isn't all it's talked up to be. It's a world of misfortune.
Only I mean though. Yeah. I know. Lal shuffled off toward the foyer door's entryway. The rest of the students stood by as well. It seemed no one was quite ready to go down. I wonder what was going through everyone's mind right now. Let's talk to Cannon first. Cannon, are you okay?
I don't know.
Because sadly, I'm on phone. Oh, that would explain your grammar. You're very hard to understand. Cannon bit at her nails, a sullen expression taking over.
Maybe it's guilt or something, but something in me wishes I did actually kill Forte.
Why? One sec. Music is still too loud.
I don't want to sit with this feeling, this melancholy I'm feeling right now. I always told myself that I was a specter whenever I took photos. It was just easier to detach myself from the emotion of playing the subject.
Have you played Deltarune, Undertale Creator? No, I haven't played both Undertale or Deltarune. I don't know if I should, though. Then I'm going to spoil. Go ahead. I don't plan on playing it anytime soon.
There's something more tolerable in seeing someone else experience what is occurring in the photo.
No, I won't. But I was thanks to you that I found the answers in those awful trials.
I guess.
I didn't actually kill him with that gunshot either, so there's no reason to feel guilty.
It's not that simple.
I know. But you shouldn't wallow in those what-if feelings. It's too painful to just bottle it up. I don't care, actually. No offense by the I don't care, though. Yeah, I know. You helped us a lot, really.
I suppose, but I never wanted to get so involved.
I never got the opportunity to do so before. All this, but I wanted to apologize properly after I turned your photo down.
Don't worry about it. In fact, just forget it. I didn't particularly like the photo anyway.
No, I shouldn't have been so harsh. I stuffed my hands into my coat pocket. Huh? Aww. It's still there. Somehow, I found the torn photo in my pocket. I lined the two halves together. Hey, is that one corner, like, your cam? Yeah, I don't know why it's there. It just pops up every time I live. Here, you should keep it. I know you really weren't close with anyone, but... Well, I just hope, we still think of you as a friend. Ken carefully took the two pieces from me inside.
Thanks. Let's get out of here alive.
Yeah! Let's talk to Say. Say. Are you okay?
I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know anyone cared.
Your PFP makes you a Danganronpa protagonist, but without it, you still are. Damn, thanks!
The only answer I could see was to have it all come to an end, once and for all. If we die, then we wouldn't have to suffer anymore.
It would be an easy way out, but through that suffering, we'll find things to live for as well.
I'm sorry. Again.
You don't have to be sorry. I understand it must have been frightening to be alone. I mean, I'm right there with you. Hey, by the way, my PFP is a random picture. Yeah, I know. Why can't you change your PFP? Who was the culprit? Zero! Zero just killed himself right in front of me! I took it at night. Nice. But we're not alone now. You have me, Lyle, Missy, and Cannon. Hi, Makoto. Ooh! Say turned to me with a gentle smile. I returned the small gesture. We'll be okay. We'll make it out of here soon, though. I can't because I didn't say that. Okay.
It's strange when you say we'll be okay. It feels like it could be true. But what comes next?
I don't know. Just stop it! Ah! No! Oh my god, I just said that in Say's voice. I don't know. I want to see Ashley's father. I think I have responsibility to tell him what happened to her, and after that, I sighed. Well, one thing at a time. Let's just try and pull all of this behind us for now and focus on escaping. Say nodded.
Thank you, Echo.
Thanks for what?
You don't have to, but you care about everyone. I can see why Ashley wanted to protect you so much.
For real, me too. Yeah. Is she dead? I forgot. Yeah, long dead. Orange. Oh, I love that. Orange. Let's talk to Missy. So the game's over. Also, Moist, why can't you change your PFP?
We can only assume Gaia probably knows more about the situation, though. It gives me peace of mind to learn that none of us would perpetuate the mutual killing game. That said,
She let out a weary sigh. Because I didn't save it. Oh,
even my fortitude has its limits.
you say that no one would perpetuate it, but Say tried to further the game, didn't she? She went so far as to hurt you.
Would you believe me if I said I didn't feel malice in her actions?
Huh?
Fear is a fiercely powerful tool that shakes us out of our most rational thoughts. The threat of life strikes the heart of any primal existence, doesn't it? Chalk it up to knee-jerk reaction. I posed a potentially dangerous question that caused Say to react sporadically. I don't know what that said. Remember, she did have the dagger for a period of time before our entering the trial. She could have taken any opportunity if she was driven by malice. An odd move, but it was her move nonetheless. And my move will be to forgive it.
Oh, Missy's so forgiving. I love her. What move is next for us, do you think? Missy pondered the question for a minute.
No idea. We will reach land, presumably with Guy's assistance. And once we're there, a myriad of options are laid before us.
And it has a now lost item in it. An IRL item. Oh.
Do we rejoin our family? Do we make moves to seek out the Preservation Project group? Do we attempt to find the next of kin for those who died during the game?
Dude. What's up? Every time you hear that closing lid sound, I'm drinking water. Okay, wait.
The future is uncertain.
Yeah. By the way, orange. Beautiful. Yeah. If we start small, we'll know where to go to next, though. Let's focus our energy on escaping first.
I could not have said it better myself.
Aww.
Are you going or what?
Yeah, I don't know what to expect.
I believe Gaia will be willing to talk, if that's what you're worried about. She has been isolated in the testing chambers for what I imagine must have been a long time.
Yeah, but do you think this all could have been avoided?
There's no use dwelling on that now.
What's done is done. We should push forward. Okay, then Apple. Beautiful. Let's talk to Gaia. Ooh! Oh my God! Echo, you're getting fancy with it. Oh hell no! Burden on our shoulders. Epilogue. We reached the epilogue. Congratulations. The rest of the class has been eliminated thanks to your tireless efforts. So I did it, eh? Yes, Zero. You've won the ultimate prize. But may I ask something? Why did you use an alias?
Isn't it obvious? This game's all about distrust. A fake name to stir up trouble, of course.
Pear! Real.
It was too easy.
I see. By utilizing that distrust, you've earned yourself the final prize, Zero. Or rather, Akihiko Quartz, the ultimate radio host.
I did it!
Banana! Real.
The prize is yours.
You rightfully won your place, and will join your friend in the winner's circle. You have become one of them.
Huh?
You have become the ultimate prize.
Hold on. What are you talking about?
Join her.
That's Gaia? This is where she's been?
She's been with us, benefiting the world.
That can't be right.
And you will become another prized ultimate student along with us alongside her.
No.
What? Okay, Zero has a sad-ass backstory. Hey, Gaia.
Oh, hello, Echo.
I drifted into the testing chamber, spotting Gaia hovering over one of the capsules. A look of misery darkened on her face. Are you okay? Gaia sniffed as she stared at the capsule containing Akihiko's body. It was impossible to tell if he was breathing, let alone alive.
I'll be fine. I just recalling something. Where are the others?
Oh, they're upstairs. I wanted to talk to you alone. Gaia remains silent, awaiting my next sentence. Proceeds to remember the Minions. I have never watched the Minions, by the way. but I didn't know where to start. She noticed my hesitance and left her place in front of the capsules. She gestured for me to sit at the workstation chair. She paced slowly in front of me. You must have a lot of questions. But first, if you'll spare me a moment to share my story. I nodded. I was curious to know what could have possibly led her to this place. The Preservation Project is a killing game, known as an end of art to create the ultimate prize. Distrust is to be expected on day one. The roster was always specifically curated to create pairs, testing the bonds between the people. The crux of the game relies on broken bonds, applying pressure and motivation to spark the fire. From there, everything following will stoke the flames and catalyze. But seeing as so many of you still survived despite the time remaining, I wonder what went differently. Nonetheless, I must say I am pleased with the results. I realize it's very difficult to find hope in things. In the darkest times, especially is when our minds wander, thoughts led astray, distorted by fear. As a cartographer, I create maps for the places on our Earth that are far greater than my own being. The vast plains, the pulsing sea, the tunneling caves. To search somewhere in the greater picture for an ultimate good, beyond my perceived word of existence, is difficult. I realize Pandora and I are very different. Will you play Eden's Garden later? Sure. I will think about it. I have to recover from this Danganronpa lapse, bro. This was a lot to take in. She searched within individuals as I searched the world. However, we were looking to spark and inspire the same thing: hope. Despair will control your lives if you let the fear and darkness of your heart run amok. If you allow those inklings to escape, thoughts of terror will command the reins. How are we to combat such intrusions? Well, answers may vary wildly. Nevertheless, there are strategies in resistance. For how long have I been alive? 1 sec. 1 hour and 30 minutes. 32 minutes. So, I must admit something. By the way, if yes, then don't attach the characters. I've just seen chapter 1. Don't attach to the characters. Okay. So, I must admit something. The very thing that might be plaguing your concerns, your talent, the ultimate memory, I fabricated it in an attempt to foil Zero's preconceptions of the game's participants. Sorry. My eyes widened. I had no words. The notion of an indetectable talent like that was meant to play a part in the placebo in your mind. A talent Zero couldn't test the abilities of. One only you could measure. By the way, no, they don't get OT. Wrong if you thought that. Okay. By the way, no, they don't get it wrong if you thought that. Okay. I had hoped it would give you some peace of mind. What with your worries of not belonging? But memory? Not exactly. To give it the technical term, if you had a talent pertaining to memory, you would have probably be deemed the ultimate mnemonist. However, to give such a succinct title would prompt Zero to test it. I could not allow it. What kind of test would he have given? The most immediately telling test would be speed cards. You are given a deck and shuffled cards, which you recite back all 32 in exact order as fast as possible. I want to get into a Danganronpa game. I don't know why. Don't worry, me too, bro. If you were an ultimate student, the fact would have quickly dashed or proven that one single test and may counter attack against Zero, which would have failed. What? That said, I was purposely non-specific in bestowing the ultimate memory upon you. I had hopes it would gel with Cyrus's falsified talent of charisma. I admit, it was an interesting decision he made with that one. Guy, you look like the mastermind like that. Are you for real? Wait! Although I had not been speaking, I felt breathless. So, I was just a tool? I felt a stone drop in my stomach. No, a tool is a far cry from what I would call you. You exhibited a strength I did not expect, which was the ability to see through Zero's ploy. Strength? And more importantly, you saved your fellow students. You are a wild card. Or perhaps you do, indeed, wield a special ability. You maintained your constitution even under immense pressure and stress. Stop! Gaia was shocked into silence at my outburst. Gaia, I understand that you have been through a lot, I really do. But to manipulate me, us, around in this game as pawns, isn't that too cruel? Isn't that action itself becoming just as bad as the people who trapped you here in the first place? Utilizing ultimate students as a means to come to an end? You are a product of their tests. Sips tea. I'm enjoying this. No, really, I am enjoying, but not tea, though. I love tea. You should know better than anyone to toy with people's lives. Guy clenched her hands together, and her eyes fell into a glazed state. I could see her straining to adjust her thoughts. She blinked slowly, and her gaze met mine once again. I apologize. Putting you all through this. It wasn't meant to happen. It's true. I failed to cultivate the hope required to withstand pressures from the killing game. I failed Akahiko in the end. It's not that, I think you need to take a step back. People aren't just instruments to be molded for use. As far as I've seen, everyone here, ultimate students notwithstanding, has the potential to inspire hope. Hey, are you a minion? Because I'm yellow. Not saying you're tiny. Why are you yellow, bro? But we won't get anywhere by recklessly pulling strings, nor will we get the results by forcing result. Gaia was silently unmoving, as if she were holding her breath. I'm sorry. I never understood Pandora's methods. But, I don't know, it just came out of my mind randomly. Help. But I think I see now what she was doing. Her ways of inspiring hope would start small, and would crescendo and grow into something powerful. Why did I not see it until now? It's too late to mourn the past. Perhaps some things are just meant to happen. All we can do is take small steps forward toward the future, each moment after. Guy sighed and nodded. And I've been sick recently. Oh, I hope you get better, bro. She fell silent once again. Her expression was tight, her head wilted, heavy with regret. Yikes. But I'm not yellow for it, real. I returned upstairs to give Gary some time. After a moment, I ushered the others down to the testing chambers. When I came back, Guy was at the workstation, focused on the monitors one more. Lol, why I say that, I don't know. Missy and Say lingered through the testing chambers, anxiously looking at the containment units and monitors. Say stiffened up before Akahiko's unit. But instead of reacting in a way, she remained unmoving. Zero said we're on a ship, yeah? So where's the bridge? Let's dock and get the hell out once and for all. If we're on a ship, wouldn't the bridge be near the trial grounds? Zero did say that the trial grounds were within the superstructure. Hey, I hate the fact Kaide dead and real culprit Smoogie. Why, real? HMCS Apothegm is much larger than you've seen. The collection of rooms you were privy to was only within the quarterdeck. There are a number of bridges scattered across the ship, as there are the other rooms. I don't care about the other rooms. Just tell us where the navigation station, command center, control room, whatever is then. We have to steer this thing toward land so we don't die at sea. At least you got crushed by a rock. Then, yeah, for real. Zero said you got us into this mess, so you better help us out. Get out of it. Guy was quiet. She had an apprehensive look in her eye, but remained typing at the workstation. That is, you will help us, right? Despite what she had gone through, Guy's intentions were difficult to read. I couldn't tell whether or not she wanted to escape. Guys directed our attention to several monitors and pulled up several images of... I can't see a thing in these monitors. What are you showing us? Wait, what is that? Looks like some kind of squid. Well, that only makes sense. We are sailing on the sea. Yeah, but why can't we see anything outside? A feeling of dread froze my blood as I stared at the near black screens. There are no clear views outside because we are at the bottom of the sea. Oh no! What? I scuttled the ship. I did what I believed would be the most beneficial thing for all of us trapped here. That can't be. The atrium on trial grounds were both revealed the changing sky to us throughout the day. Simple glass projections. This ship is equipped with bleeding-edge technology.
It should come to no surprise, seeing as its engineer is also an ultimate student. And how exactly did you think sinking us all was going to help? What were you really planning, to bring us to our deaths at the bottom of the sea? We've been fooled again! It's nothing like that. This is how I prevented another group of students from failing into the hands of the Preservation Project's experiment. Gaia, tell us, what is the Preservation Project? I gulp. Even after all this time, I wasn't sure if I truly wanted to hear what the project was. The Preservation Project, It's a group that provides safe housing for ultimate students, protecting them from whatever could endanger them from utilizing their talents properly. That's what it is. Between the whispers between ultimate students outside these walls.
Hey, if you really do have Daniel policies, what roles are some of them? I have ultimate news reporter, ultimate assistant, ultimate hotel manager, ultimate... What was it again? Ultimate voice actor. And that's it. That's all I have. No, wait, I have one more. Ultimate designer, too.
That's what it is.
Okay, I already read these.
However, the truth of the matter is that everything you previously knew about the project is smoke and mirrors.
Stop saying smoke and mirrors. Why does everyone keep saying smoke and mirrors?
The project activities of the safe house, the earthquakes themselves, it's a front for the project's true intentions, to create the ultimate student. Something of this magnitude and effect would obviously require immense resources. The people responsible for taking art under their wing lobbied for the resources necessary to pull this off. And the powers that fabricated the scenario are the project of ultimate students, just like ourselves.
How is that possible?
Thought manipulation.
One sec. I need more water. I can't deal with this anymore, bro.
Self-voicing.
Shut up!
Self-voicing disabled.
With the correct seeds planted, one known as the ultimate psionic was able to cause distress, pushing students toward the project's so-called safe house. The reach of their ability required two keys, something visual and something auditory.
My uncreated one would be the ultimate writer, I think. That would be fire.
One of those seeds must have been the letter we all received.
Writer, and yes, it sounds good to me. Good.
There was a distinct...
not mad when this, though, real.
There was a distinct watermark at the bottom of the letter. That one must have been the visual key. And the auditory key must have been Augie's voice casting the project information out. Therefore, the reason why Echo wasn't aware of any of this was because they never experienced exposure to either of the two keys.
I was speechless. So, it was a mistake that I was indulged in this group at all. But after being here to help everyone, it would be cool to call this a mistake. Ooh. Lau and Missy took time with Gaia to survey the setting we find ourselves in. The ship, HMC's CS Apothegum, was constructed with the vision of housing ultimate talent students in swathes of great comfort. The Preservation Project acquired it as soon as after its conception as the location for its experiments, a constantly moving location. Execution gets job to write a goodbye letter, but gets his hands or any part of his body hurt when an orthography error. Cool. Aptham was constructed. Okay, great comfort. The Preservation Project acquired it soon after its conception as the location for its experiment, a constantly moving location that would be difficult to reach by ordinary means. The conductors of the experiments were situated offshore to prevent a loss of people in their own ranks. The game was to be remotely conducted with a proxy serving as the host. Zero occupied that service, offering himself to the side of despair after his own win. To combat with their puppet strings, Gaia stripped the group of their own whereabouts by taking control of their main asset and casting almost survived, but writes and accidentally because writing fast and dies. Real. Gaia stripped the group of our whereabouts by taking control of each main asset and casting it far beyond their reach. Our underwater demise sat 3,000 meters beneath the pulsing, icy pressure of the North Atlantic Ocean. The closest land was the shore of Greenland. The situation felt bleak, but Gaia reassured us that somehow she had prepared for this. She ideally wished to be able to save everyone regardless. 5 survivors was victory still in her eyes. Guy's unrelenting search through the testing chamber's database revealed a little bit about the Preservation Project group. Well, maybe I can create other two for the other ones. Nice. She was frustrated but determined still. Though she was a winner, she had been others that had been removed from the testing chamber due to their poor health or experimentation over extension. Danganronpa 2 and 1. Okay. Even among the array of winners, she had a little company. W. The six of us were steeped in thought as Gaia continued to employ herself in her search for knowledge. But it seemed that nothing damningly confidential was saved on location. Exasperated at the lack of further information on the private group that held her captive, Gaia silently threw up her arms in defeat. We should leave. Hey, what about Ultimate Cook? Has it happened? I don't think so. The Ultimate Chef exists, but not the Ultimate Cook. There's nothing more I can do here. I wish to attack the land site and other subsequent lurking agents. Any OC or character? No, I don't think so. I nodded. I nodded. Lau managed to stay patient this long and readied himself in anticipation to aid in proper escape. Missy returned again after a short visit to retrieve the personnel files Cyrus had. Cannon was still as ever. We stood to exit the testing chambers, but Sarah remained lost in thought. What about him? It was clear she didn't know how to address her lost friend, turned despair vessel. Gaia paused. Her heavy eyes cast a dark, downward glaze. There's no denying it. Zero, Aki, is no longer with us. Her voice was stern. Gaia started toward the door without a break in her step. Wait! What is it? We ought to board the escape pod and make a hasty retreat. It is unwise to stay longer than we need to. I know, but don't you feel sad? After all, you're the one that had to stop him. That was my decision. I can no longer take back my actions, can I? I suppose not, but... But what choice did I have? There are far greater concerns that need to be addressed. I can't be burdened by such feelings, not when there is so much to be done. Gaia, I know you want to push forward, but why not take a step back and let yourself feel those feelings? I mean, you don't seem like the kind to wallow in emotion, but it would be good to acknowledge the fact that you've been trapped here without help. And now we can help you, or at least / want to. I, myself, must atone for my mistakes. I can't stop just because I regret my actions. Her jaw clenched as those words escaped through Ganache's teeth. Who was Akihiko? Guy's eyes softened as her shoulders fell slack as she allowed a slow sigh. Just like all the others we've lost, he was a friend. A piece of me now gone missing. I think you're waiting. Your DIT VIP is only for 30 days. This wasting. I don't know, man. These parts of me have been carved out. The parts that Pandora called her sister, and the parts that Akihiko called his friends. Those pieces of me no longer exist. Death owns those memories. Her eyes glassed over in deep oblivion. Gaia. It's a dreadful thing I forced you all into. No one else was meant to bear these horrible experiences except me. You shouldn't have to fight through these feelings alone. It's my responsibility. Due to my failure. Shouldn't I be the sole recipient for such consequence? I would let despair destroy me first if it meant I would be able to command its damage singularly to one and none other. Gaia, all your efforts would be meaningless if you let yourself be killed before making any change. Indeed. Such a loss would be absurd if you didn't make a significant move to stop the project that apprehended you so. And, well, I don't know what it means to you, but I still have this. Say produced a small golden disc. So, don't let despair consume you yet. We're depending on you, just as you can depend on us. The room was still. I could hear the blood pumping in my ears as Gaia pondered her purpose. Of course. Vive la guerra eternal. That says, live the eternal war, I think. From what I understand about Spanish, that was pretty similar. Leaving the testing chambers, Gaia led us up to the elevator. Similarly to the infirmary, the opposite side of the elevator cab doors opened to reveal a long, dark hallway. The six of us trudged through the industrial hallway in a hushed conversation. Hey, a Danny's Little Twisted description says it's filled with guilt and despair! Despair reference. Gaia with TW. Gaia led the way. I followed close, and everyone else was bunched together behind, as if they were unsure whether Gaia was trustworthy or not. Gaia, I have to know something. Why did you nurse Ashley back to health just before her execution? You could have done that. You had to have known she was a culprit, right?
I didn't wish to leave you two on poor terms.
What?
I observed, if I recall correctly, that you and Ashley were on little speaking terms just before she went to confront Cyrus.
Yeah, but
It was clear to me that Ashley was powerfully driven, that nothing would stop her when she set her mind to something. And that something in this case was putting your well-being above her own. Why she did that, I of course cannot say. You ought to know better than I.
I proceeds to want to be in a Danganronpa game for real. I do.
To soften the blow of the inevitable, I tried in all earnest to bring her back, to see a familiar face one more time.
The hallway seemed to stretch forever. I'm scared.
Echo.
Hmm?
You are quite brave.
Brave?
In the past days, you stood tall against the face of so much anguish.
What are you talking about? I'm not brave. I'm just trying to fend off these awful feelings. I can't stop thinking about what Ashley did for me.
Would it not be easier to cast away the memories of those past?
Forgetting what happened here would be depriving them of their last memory. I let out a pathetic scoff. Isn't it weaker to cling to outcomes that we can't change anymore?
I wouldn't go that far. The fact remains, Pandora was inspired. She saw something special about you.
Is that so?
Like a candle, the small flame creates a vignette of salvation to cut through darkness, all while steadily burning their wax bodies away. That said, the next torch awaits even the slightest bit of fire.
We turned a corner and we were met with a hatched door. I climbed into the escape pod. Oh. Oh, yay. Oh, I just want to wallow in this music forever. This is the end? Yes. Wow. I did it. End. That was beautiful. I would highly recommend that game to anyone. Wow. The low drone of ocean, my toilet skibbity. Bro, you missed the end! The low drone of ocean water rolling against the outer walls filled the escape capsule, causing our small group to fall silent and dense. How long has it been? Wait, it ended? What? Yeah.
44 minutes.
Now play Eden's Garden. Wait! It felt like an eternity had passed. Only 3 chapters, please. Wait, bro, wait. It's not ending yet. Say made an inquisitive murmur as she relayed the time, gazing at one of her wristwatches. She simultaneously caught a glimpse of the Killing Game bracelet. I turned the chain around and noticed mine was the same. Rather than the previous rose gold, our bracelets had turned a hue of pure, bright yellow gold. It seemed to notate victory from the game. No one saw any desire to make small talk during our resurface, as if conversation would distract from our escape. Wait a moment, oh no. Exhaustion hung on everyone's face. Apprehensive eyes cast a dark shadow across the metal interior. Disappointed! Missy let out a sharp gasp. Hey, are you okay? Everyone was alert. Missy began to shake, her breathing broken. She looked like she was in pain. What?
Oh no.
Oh no, what's wrong? Then everyone started to react similarly.
My head is killing.
No, nothing to do with the stream. What?
No, please, no!
What's going on?
Not this again.
I was horrified. Everyone was suffering right before my eyes. As soon as their pain began, they all fell still. No way, no way! I grabbed Kitten by the shoulders and shook her firmly. I heard small breaths escape. I looked at the others and as they were, unfortunately, they were still breathing. They were okay.
This is the doing of the ultimate psionic. Their adverse reaction mirror the events that took place when they were captured in the first place. We've been trapped.
Huh? How?
Not sure. The Preservation Project must be pursuing their red ship. Zero must have sent the radio signal to land site before I stopped him.
Why did I heard you said terror like what you said terror for real? But how are you all right?
They must assume I'm dead. A regrettable assumption for them.
I was speechless. Just when I thought it was over, a new complication threw itself before our escape.
And me?
Guy looked at me and raised her eyebrows. She was surprised.
You're lucky.
Cannon, Lyle, Missy, and Say were all in an unresponsive state. It seemed like they were rendered unconscious. So, what now?
There's nothing we can do to stop whoever is awaiting our arrival from discovering us. We're just gonna have to resurface and see what happens from there. Prepare yourself.
Prepare myself?
Be ready for whatever happens. Do not be idle when we're discovered. It's inevitable. Best thing we can do is be prepared.
I nodded. By the way, Makoto, you're the chat protagonist now. Hell yeah! It's true. We were going to be helpless to take action until we got out of the escape pod. I steadied my breathing and closed my eyes. I let the sound of rolling water fill my thoughts. What? And I racked my brain thinking about that evening. Were only 11 students captured? Wait. My eyes are on fire. Help.
Alright, thanks for the lift. And be careful with your ankle. I can't believe you insisted on driving even though it's broken.
It's no problem at all. Besides, my ankle's almost done healing, so it's no big deal. It's not like I drive with that foot anyway. I'm just worried since I can't walk through the door. Ashley, she's back! I wanted to see if Applejack was in petting mood tonight. Yay! Didn't she die? Yeah, she did. It's just a flashback. You guys are too hyped. It's just a flashback. She's still dead.
My house is right there. You don't need to worry. And if she is, I'll make sure to give that kitty a good scratching for you.
If you guys ever watched the first stream, you would know that this is like the same thing that happened last time. All right, thanks. Night, Ash.
Good night,
Echo. Crying emoji. Oh, sorry. It's okay, bro. Her porch light hasn't turned on. She usually turns it on for a minute, so I know she made it in, but I should get out and see what's going on. Ow. Click. Oh, there it is. Well, time to get back. What? Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Westbridge Stables. Hello, sir. It's Echo. I just wanted to see if Ashley got in okay. I couldn't reach her cell. Hello, Echo. Why, she's just fine. What? I believe she's busy with a small matter at the moment, but it's nothing to worry about. Oh, can I ask what's wrong? Nothing's wrong. Nothing at all. In fact, it's very good news. I'm so confused. I shouldn't have turned on tuned out for half of the stream. It's okay. She was approached by a gentleman who was responding to an inquiry in regards to horseback riding. It's a fantastic opportunity, that one. I wasn't aware she signed herself up to be in such a prestigious thing. I'm told that pro golfer Campo Piano fellow is going to be there. I see. That's great to hear. I'm absolutely chuffed. My girl is off to do great things, I tell you. Nobody died this trial, only zero Makoto. Only zero Makoto, yeah. It's a winding process, as I'm told, so it'll be a while before she... Oh my god. I see. Please tell her, please wish her luck for me. I'll have to get her called to when she's free to hear all about it. Will do. I'm sure she'll be over the moon talking your ear off when all of the formalities will have been taken care of. And Echo? I'm happy Ashley has a friend like you. Thank you for taking care of her. Not a problem. It's the least I could do.
Thank you for playing? Oh my god! Wow! I would recommend that game to anybody who loves Danganronpa. That was an absolutely amazing thing. I was so glad to be able to experience that. W game, best game for real. Oh my god. That made my heart so happy. Well, all I can say is thank you all for joining me. No, I don't want to end yet. Me either. Thank you all for joining me in the game. That was absolutely wonderful. We need a buff guy for real. Thank you all. See you later. Trying to make this Crying Chapter 4 for real. Oh my god. Maybe you are? Thank you all for joining me in this stream. I had a very fun time playing this game, and it made me really happy, so I have no words. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Have a great